For Oba Dr. Olori Adedapo Tejuosho CON, the royal monarch of Egba in Nigeria's Ogun state, the 27th of December is of multiple significance to him. On the 27th of December, 45 years ago, was when His Royal Majesty Oba Adedapo Tejuosho lost his father. His last daughter, Aderonti, was also born on the 27th of December 19 years ago. To keep the date in perpetuity in the hearts of everyone and follow the progression to a logical end in the family, the marriage of Oluwatoyin Iyunade Tejuosho also took place on the 27th of December 2013. And so, with a heart full of joy and gratitude to God for making him a proud father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, relishing the great company of these heavenly bundles of joy from many generations, and the ever so supportive wives, especially the mother of the bride, Olori Oladunni Tejuosho, who was understandably over the moon with joy to see yet another offspring of hers come of age and ready to be in charge in her own home. Never known for half measures and to take their friends for granted whenever an occasion like this beckons, the Tejuoshos go all out to keep everyone properly in tune with the details well in advance. And that's why all events organized by them turn out to be very well attended or oversubscribed, if we must use the jargon of the stockbrokers who trade in shares on the stock exchange. The first event, which is the engagement ceremony, had dignitaries like Chief Razak Okoya, Sir Kasentin Adebutu, Ambassador Ladipo, Otumba Adekunle and Erelu Ojora, Justice Olushola Oguntade, and other high flyers in the society. The groom's family, led by the father of the groom, Mr. Solomon Akinsoya Thomas, who retired as a top executive of Shell Petroleum, and his amiable wife, Mrs. Thomas Nee Williams, supported by members of the Ogunkelu family from Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State, which is their extended family, after familiarizing themselves with their in-laws, the Tejuoshos, with extensive homage paying to the royal monarch, Oba Tejuosho, and securing the correct signal to present the silver-plated letter of intent, the bride's mother, Olori Tejuosho, got the letter with a lot of joy, presented it to Oba Tejuosho, and danced round the arena. The result, which was in the affirmative, was rapid, and he gave the groom the green light to come into the arena to take possession of his wife in earnest. The groom, who came in company of his friends, quickly paid homage to his father-in-law, Oba Tejuosho, got some blessings from him before joining his own parents, who also prayed for him.
And of the Holy Spirit! Amen! Whenever you are, please stretch forth your hands towards him and say something positive. What we do is take a group photograph. Pastor Faisal, let it show me.
The bride and her friends were ushered into the arena with rich traditional music. She also goes to her parents and others for blessings, before making for her parents-in-law, who removed her veil and prayed for her. Sitting pretty and waiting for his beautiful bride, Oluwatoyin Tejuosho, the groom, Christopher Oluwafemi Thomas, quickly engaged her in a lovey-dovey side attraction. He then tried to initiate his wife into the proper way to wear the traditional cap. He then carried her shoulder high to show his happiness. The traditional engagement ceremony between Oluwatoyin Iyunade Tejuosho and Oluwatoyin Thomas ended with Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey performing. The Cathedral of St. James's Church in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital, hosted the church service for the royal wedding of Princess Oluwatoyin Iyunade Tejuosho, a master's degree holder in mass communications, and Christopher Olufemi Thomas. The record massive attendance of traditional rulers from the southwest of Nigeria, at the head of which is the Alake and paramount ruler of Egba land, Oba Adedapo Tejuosho, which is clearly the highest at any one event in these parts in recent times, speaks volumes about the great respect and love Oba Tejuosho enjoys from his colleague monarchs. The same goes for the high attendance of other top dignitaries from other spheres of life who honor the Tejuosho and Thomas families on that special day of theirs. They included the wife of Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Olufunsa Amosun, General Oladipo Dia and wife Josephine, Chief Mrs. Bola Obasanjo, who represented her husband, and a legion of others. The service is full of music as rendered by the choir and the congregation.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. And the Church of God says,
In the sermon, the officiating clergyman reminded the couple to let their love be as fresh as when they first met each other. He admonished them to have a common goal and to be true friends and be very close to God in prayers, which are the key components of the success of any marriage.
So your reason has accepted that Tony is your wife. Your reason has accepted it long before now. Has accepted that Tony remains your wife. No matter the mood you find yourself, your faith is that your reason has accepted Tony as your wife. No matter the challenges, she's your wife.
The signing of the marriage register was witnessed by parents on both sides and the clergyman who supervised the ceremony. At the end of it, the marriage certificate was presented to the proud couple. To crown it all, a special present of a Bible was made to the bride by the women wing of the Cathedral of St. James's Church as their tradition to usher in the bride into their fold. The reception, which was the final leg of the groundbreaking wedding of Princess Oluwatoyin Iyunade Tejuosho and Christopher Olufemi Thomas, took off with a big bang as the exceptionally long bridal train made up of the groomsmen and bridesmaids of the couple, stormed the venue in foot-stomping down steps as Mr. DJ urged them on with electrifying vibes that musically illuminated the entire atmosphere, with everyone moving to the beat with them. The reception began formally with prayers by Mrs. Okunowo, which was followed in quick succession by the chairman's opening remarks, delivered by Chief Bukola Okunowo. He advised the couple to remain steadfast and loyal to each other. They should, according to him, let the success of the marriage of their parents be worthy barometers that should guide their marriage. Chief Okunowo admonished them not to toy with the serious enterprise of marriage they have just taken a giant, courageous step into.
Jesus Christ has your focus on at all times. Be good to people. The Lord God will be good to you. I'm wishing you well. And all the people here and their behalf, we are all wishing you well. In a very short time, we are going to send us to this contact again. To talk for the christening and the naming ceremony of the twins.
The cutting of the cake and feeding of the couple was supervised by Chief Bukola Okunowo, and a long drawn-out series of photo sessions followed. The father-daughter dance was followed by a session that featured the couple and other family members before the bride and groom settled down to their special timeout. The bride threw her bouquet of flowers, which was picked by her friend, and the toast of the couple was ably proposed by a friend of the groom.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The very exciting wedding of Princess Oluwatoyin Iyunade Tejuosho and Christopher Olufemi Thomas ended on a high octane. May God bless the marriage. Amen.